think when I first put this song out, I had a lot of thoughts actually about that. About like, okay, do you wanna put out a song that seemingly like promotes drinking, smoking, or whatever? And then I'm like, wait, but my song 2 On literally does that the entire song, but like from an actual place of like, this is fun. So to me, this song is even more interesting because if you delve into what it actually means, you realize that, okay, maybe that's not the answer. Maybe that's not the ticket. And that's truly what this song is about. It's about the dangers and the darkness associated with these vices. At the time of my life, I was partying all the time, like all the time. It was, for me, kind of this way to, I guess, numb this like pain, this heartache. Like I was not in a great place. So this song was kind of an ode to that, but I kind of wanted it to be kind of hidden in a way. I didn't want it to be like super obvious that it was like kind of a dark theme. I wanted it to feel like you're partying, like you're having fun, like everybody's out here, just, you know, living it up. But in actuality, if you really, really listen and really break it down, there's definitely some like darkness, some nuance, some, you know, other stuff underneath. Sometimes I can't, but I've been told I need to breathe. Just in LA and in Hollywood and in that kind of like club scene, there's this really weird like tension that happens where everyone is kind of like putting on this front, and there's this kind of show that happens at these clubs and events where everyone kind of acts like they don't know each other, but everybody knows everybody. It's a really, really, really weird thing, and it can definitely be kind of like, yo, am I in the Twilight Zone right now? And sometimes you kind of have to be like, okay, just breathe, just relax. This life ain't something for someone like you and me. We just get caught up in the things that we don't need. This life ain't something for someone like you and me. It's kind of a nuanced line as well. It can kind of mean several things. To me, it means several things. This life could specifically be about the actual party scene in LA, the club scene, which is something that I think is really fun and have like gotten into, but during like the more like depressing parts of my life, I like got into way more. Clear indication that like, oh, this isn't like who you are. This is just like the era that you're in. This life also means just like the Hollywood scene in general. I definitely am a part of this whole, you know, machine, and I, as an entertainer, love, you know, certain elements of entertaining and getting in front of my fans, but at the same time, there's a lot of aspects that I just can't tap into. Plenty time wasted. What are we waiting for? Searching for something in someone without a soul. When you're out in LA, especially, you think that you are connecting with people, but there's this super, super obvious wall that is up between people when they kind of meet in these social environments. And I think sometimes people, especially me, who kind of operates really transparently and really authentically all the time, sometimes forgets that people are not always authentic as well. You gotta kind of keep your guard up because these people out here are snakes. Running in circles 'cause I suck at letting go. Starting to feel like there's no chance of breaking through. Plenty time wasted. What am I waiting for? Starting to feel like there's no chance of breaking through. That kind of refers to that realization moment when you realize that what you're doing isn't working for you. Drink, smoke, dance, vibe a little bit, fuck, change, ride, die a little bit. When I initially wrote the song, I had made it to be like A person, B person song. So there was already this alternate part that I thought would be really cool to have this kind of call and response. Because in my head, I was like, okay, I'm like in the club, I'm doing my thing, I'm in my moment, I'm in my head, and I imagine someone like comes over to me and is like, hey girl, drink, smoke, dance. And then I'm like, you know what? That's a good idea. So then I join in. I'm like, drink, smoke. I really wanted to get a female artist to do it because I just haven't had very many female collabs. And I also really wanted to get a British artist to do it because I just thought it would sound fire. And Miss Banks is one of my favorite female rappers out of the UK. She's sick. She's like, all of her stuff is really dope. And she's a really sweet person. So I sent her the track. She sent it back and I loved it. I thought she made the song better, which is always a great goal. Who got the room to take what I like? Who got the smoke I like to get by? I need enough to last the whole time, to last the whole night, to last my whole life. You realize that at first you're just like, oh yeah, I just wanna have fun right now. Then you realize, no, I'm actually trying to numb this feeling, and so I want it to continue. I can't like wake up tomorrow and like feel it again. And you're like, hang on, let's just go all the way there, you know, like forever. I never want to feel this again. And I think that sometimes when you're in those moments, you kind of feel that way, like this is my way out, but it's really not the way out. Who got the room to take what I like? Who got the smoke I like to get by? I need enough to last the whole time, to last the whole night, to last my whole life. I think a lot of people who have partied have had that experience of when you have that sobering moment where you're like, yo, I am never drinking again. Like this went all the way left. And I remember this one actual really specific time. It was during the era I was writing this song. And I went to Delilah, which is really kind of where this song really takes place. And I think Drake was having a party there because he always has parties there. And I was drinking this drink called a JoJo, and I don't know what happened. It was open bar, and I just got trash, like absolutely trash. For some reason, I called my dad and asked him to pick me up. On the way home, I threw up like 4 times in the car, like all over everything. And I just remember being like, I'm so sorry, Dad, I'll never do this again. And that to me was like the worst moment of it all. And that was like, okay, you need to chill. The most dangerous snakes are the ones who don't reveal themselves until a little bit later on. We're best friends. Oh my God, I love you. Let me come over to your house. Let's do this, let's do that. Let's make a real genuine connection. And then